Now, at 81, Christopher Walken finally reveals the untold truth that has remained hidden for decades. Despite his reputation for intense performances and charismatic presence, there is a side of him that few have ever seen. His early career was shaped by a mix of remarkable talent and some surprising personal struggles that many might not expect. Walken's journey through Hollywood wasn't just about fame. It involved moments of hardship, secret connections, and choices that could have changed everything. Over the years, rumors swirled about his relationship with a mysterious figure linked to one of Hollywood's greatest tragedies. Behind his quirky persona and memorable roles, he carried a weight that he kept hidden until now. His story is one of resilience, mystery, and a lifetime of unsolved questions that he has finally chosen to share. As he opens up, we learn about a side of Christopher Walken that goes far beyond the stage and screen, revealing truths that will surprise even his biggest fans. Born on March 31, 1943, in Astoria, Queens, New York City, Christopher Walken's early life was influenced by a diverse cultural background and a supportive family environment. His mother, Rosalie Russell, was originally from Glasgow, Scotland, bringing a Scottish heritage into his upbringing. His father, Paul Walken, came from Gelsenkirchen, Germany, adding German roots to his family history. The Walken family owned and operated a bakery in Astoria, which meant that Christopher grew up working in a family business, experiencing the daily routines of a bakery and learning the value of hard work. Despite the busy bakery life, Walken was raised in a Methodist household, giving him a religious foundation and a sense of community. These early years in a multicultural neighborhood and a household with a blended heritage likely contributed to his unique worldview and versatility as an actor later in life. Growing up in New York City, he was exposed to the vibrant city culture, which may have influenced his artistic interests. His childhood experiences in a family that valued dedication and perseverance shaped his character and work ethic as he moved forward into his acting career. While details about his early life highlight the mix of Scottish and German backgrounds, the family's bakery business was a central part of his early environment and identity. Growingly, he found a way to channel all these influences into his career, leading to his distinctive performances on stage and screen. At a young age, Christopher Walken was not the only one in his family with an interest in acting. His brothers, Kenneth and Glenn, also ventured into the world of child acting, largely due to their mother's strong desire for her children to become stars. This family ambition helped shape Walken's path, though he would ultimately forge his own unique career. When Walken was just 15 years old, he came across a photo of Elvis Presley in a magazine. He was immediately struck by how Presley looked, comparing him to a Greek god. The impact of that image was profound, and after seeing Elvis on television, Walken became completely captivated by him. He admired everything about Elvis, his style, charisma, and presence. This admiration even led Walken to change his own hairstyle to mirror the iconic look of Elvis Presley, a style that he has kept ever since. The influence of Elvis not only changed his appearance, but also had a lasting effect on his persona, which Walken would carry with him throughout his life and career. As a teenager, Christopher Walken had an unusual job that helped shape his future career in the entertainment industry. He was involved in a variety of different activities that built his early foundation, one of which included working as a lion tamer at a circus. This unusual job sparked his interest in performing and led to his pursuit of acting. After his high school years, Walken enrolled at Hofstra University, but his time there was short-lived. He dropped out after just 1 year, feeling that his true calling lay elsewhere. This decision proved to be a turning point in his life. Shortly after leaving Hofstra, Walken landed a role in an off-Broadway production called Best Foot Forward. The show was an important one for his career, as he starred alongside the legendary Liza Minnelli. His role in this production marked the beginning of his professional acting journey, setting him on the path to becoming one of the most distinctive actors in Hollywood. This early experience not only helped Walken gain significant exposure, but also provided him with the opportunity to work with established performers, shaping his understanding of the craft. Starting with his early years, Christopher Walken's foundation in the arts was rooted in dance training. He honed his skills at the Washington Dance Studio, where he dedicated significant time to mastering movement and physical expression. This dance training not only shaped his physicality, but also laid the groundwork for his later work in acting, offering him a unique presence on stage and screen. As he grew older, Walken gradually transitioned from his focus on dance to pursue acting full-time. His initial forays into the world of performance began on stage, where he took on various roles that showcased his versatility and talent. These stage appearances provided him with invaluable experience, helping to develop his acting skills and confidence. Eventually, Walken made the move from the theater to the film industry, starting with smaller roles that allowed him to demonstrate his range as an actor. His journey was marked by a variety of locations and experiences, including working in a bakery in Asteria. A humble beginning contrasted with the bright lights of Broadway, where he performed on larger stages. The path to his eventual stardom was complicated and full of interesting twists, as he navigated different parts of the entertainment industry, shifting from dance to acting, and from local gigs to major productions. Each step in his career helped him build the unique style and charisma that have made him a well-respected actor today. His early dance training played a vital role in shaping his approach to performance, influencing his movement, timing, and presence that became signature aspects of his acting style. Walken's story is one of perseverance and transformation, highlighting how a solid foundation in one discipline can lead to success in another, even when the journey takes unexpected turns. Initially, Christopher Walken began his acting journey in the early days of television. During the 1950s, he made his first appearances as an extra in numerous TV shows, gradually gaining experience and exposure in the entertainment world. His breakthrough came when he appeared in a sketch alongside the famous comedy duo Martin and Lewis on the Colgate Comedy Hour. This particular moment was a significant turning point because it ignited his desire to pursue acting more seriously. The chemistry and excitement of that appearance inspired him to dedicate himself fully to a career in acting. Throughout those early years, Walken was working hard, taking small roles, learning the craft, and developing his unique style. His early TV work provided a foundation for his later success in film and theater, although it all started with those initial appearances on television, which helped shape his passion for acting and his eventual rise to stardom. From the small screens of the 1950s to becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable names, his start in TV was a vital part of his journey. These early moments, especially the one with Martin and Lewis, stayed with him and motivated him to grow into the versatile actor he is known for today. Walken's dedication and early TV experiences exemplify how beginnings in television can serve as a stepping stone toward bigger achievements in the world of entertainment. Starting his career in the early days of television, Christopher Walken managed to secure a regular role in the 1953 show Wonderful John Acton, where he played Kevin Acton, and was credited as Ronnie Walken. During those initial years, he appeared frequently on television, becoming a familiar face to viewers. His acting talent extended beyond the small screen as he also found success in theater, often performing alongside his brother Glenn. On television, he starred as Michael Bauer on the long-running soap opera The Guiding Light, which helped build his reputation as a consistent and reliable actor. In 1963, he made a guest appearance on the show Naked City, showcasing his ability to take on different roles and expand his presence on television. This period marked the beginning of his journey in entertainment, where his early TV roles laid the groundwork for his later success. His versatility and dedication to acting in both TV and theater helped him establish a solid foundation in the performing arts, opening doors for more ambitious projects in the future. Walken's early career on television highlighted his talent and passion and set the stage for a long-lasting career filled with many notable performances. In 1964, Walken made a notable decision to change his first name to Christopher. This suggestion came from Monique van Voren, a performer he was working with at the time. Monique, a Belgian cabaret singer, believed that the name Christopher suited him better than Ronnie, which was his childhood nickname. Although the formal name change took place, Walken has always preferred to be called by the informal Chris. He was born Ronald Walken, but it was Monique who, on a whim, decided that Ronnie didn't quite fit him during their time working together. She chose the name Christopher, and with that, a new identity was born, not only on stage but also in his professional life. Since then, Walken has embraced the name Christopher in his acting career, though his family and close friends still lovingly call him Ronnie, a reminder of his roots. Despite the public name change, the affectionate nickname from his early years has remained a part of his personal life, showcasing the warmth and connection he maintains with his past. After establishing himself in the acting world, Christopher Walken's talents extended beyond film and television to the stage, particularly on Broadway. In 1966, he was seen portraying King Philip of France in the famous play The Lion in Winter, which showcased his ability to handle complex historical characters and dramatic dialogue. His performance contributed to the production's success and demonstrated his versatility as an actor capable of delivering powerful performances live. Following his work in New York, Walken's interest in classical and Shakespearean roles took him to Canada, where he performed at the Stratford Festival, a renowned venue for Shakespeare's plays. There, he appeared in A Midsummer Night's Dream and Romeo and Juliet, two of Shakespeare's most beloved works. Performing in these plays highlighted his skill with poetic language and dramatic interpretation, earning him praise for his stage presence and depth. His participation in these productions also showed his dedication to diverse acting formats, from historical dramas to classic Shakespeare, helping to build a well-rounded theatrical career. Walken's stage work in these productions demonstrates his ability to bring characters to life with intensity and authenticity, qualities that would later become hallmarks of his acting style in other media. His performances helped cement his reputation as a talented actor who can excel on both stage and screen, earning respect from audiences and critics alike across different countries. His choices to perform in these classical and historical roles reflect his commitment to challenging himself and proving his range as an actor, qualities that continue to endear him to fans and colleagues. Walken's first appearance in a feature film was in 1969 when he starred in Me and My Brother, marking his debut into the big screen. His early work also included roles in television movies such as Barefoot in Athens and The Three Musketeers, which helped establish his presence on television. These projects gave him a chance to develop his acting skills in different genres and formats, setting the stage for a diverse career. His appearance on Hawaii Five-0 as a guest star was particularly notable because it demonstrated his versatility as an actor, showing that he could handle different types of characters across various types of shows. Over time, Walken became known for his distinctive voice, intense performances, and unique style. But it all started with this initial film debut and his early TV work. Those initial appearances were important steps in building his reputation and showcasing his talent to a broader audience. His work in the late 1960s and early 1970s laid the foundation for his later success, which included many iconic film roles and awards. Walken's career is a clear example of gradual development, starting from TV movies and guest spots to becoming a well-respected actor in Hollywood. These early projects like Me and My Brother and his TV appearances provided him with valuable experience and exposure, helping him to stand out in a competitive industry. As his career grew, he continued to take on a variety of roles that highlighted his range, but his debut remains an important part of his journey. His willingness to explore different types of characters from the beginning shows his dedication to his craft, and his early work continues to be appreciated by fans and critics alike. During the 1970s, Christopher Walken's career experienced a notable rise that would establish him as a prominent actor in Hollywood. At the beginning of this period, he gained critical acclaim for his compelling performance in Lanford Wilson's Lemon Sky, which was performed off-Broadway. This stage success helped to highlight his talent and versatility as an actor, opening opportunities for more prominent roles. Meanwhile, his work in films took a significant step forward, starting with The Anderson Tapes in 1971. This film was one of his early mainstream appearances and helped him get noticed by wider audiences and filmmakers. Following that, in 1972, he starred in The Mind Snatchers, where he played his first starring role. This marked a turning point for Walken, as he took on more significant roles in films and proved his ability to carry a movie on his own. These achievements in the 1970s laid a strong foundation for his future in both the theater and film industry. Over the decade, Walken developed a reputation for his intense performances and unique presence, which contributed to the broad range of roles he would later take on. His work during this era was essential in shaping his career and setting the stage for his continued success in the years to come. During the 1970s, Christopher Walken showcased his remarkable talent by taking on a wide variety of roles that demonstrated his eclectic nature as an actor. He successfully portrayed a charismatic poet in the film Next Stop Greenwich Village, capturing the charm and depth of a creative soul struggling to find his place. This role highlighted Walken's ability to bring a sense of authenticity and charisma to complex characters. At the same time, he stepped into the shoes of a borderline crazy character in Woody Allen's Annie Hall, showcasing his range to audiences and critics alike. His performance was intense and memorable, adding a layer of unpredictability and depth to the film. However, perhaps most notably, Walken's portrayal of a Vietnam War veteran in The Deer Hunter earned him widespread recognition and the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1978. His depiction of a man deeply scarred by the war, battling internal and external struggles, was powerful and moving, demonstrating his talent to embody characters with profound emotional depth. This array of performances in just that decade illustrates Walken's incredible versatility and his ability to inhabit very different sorts of roles with ease and conviction. His work in this period helped cement his reputation as one of the most distinctive and talented actors of his generation, capable of transforming himself to fit a wide spectrum of characters, each with their own unique personality and story. Throughout the decades, Christopher Walken's career demonstrated his remarkable versatility and talent, making him a cherished figure in the entertainment world. His ability to switch effortlessly between roles and genres kept audiences engaged and critics impressed. The 1980s especially marked a period of dynamic growth for Walken, as he took on a variety of challenging and diverse roles. The decade started strongly for him when he appeared in the controversial film Heaven's Gate, directed by Michael Cimino, a movie that stirred much discussion and showed his willingness to be part of ambitious and bold projects. Following that, in 1981, he starred in The Dogs of War, which added to his reputation as a capable and adaptable actor. Yet, one of the most surprising moments of that time was in Pennies from Heaven, where Walken delivered an unforgettable performance by executing a tap-dancing striptease that showcased his unexpected talents and willingness to take bold risks. His performances in these films highlight his range, from intense drama to surprising musical moments, cementing his place as an actor who refuses to be typecast. Walken's ability to blend into different roles with ease made him stand out in the 1980s and contributed greatly to his lasting appeal. His dynamic presence and diverse choices during this vibrant decade helped shape his legacy as one of the most versatile and interesting actors of his generation. Walken has demonstrated his wide range of acting abilities through various performances. In the film Who Am I This Time?, he played a character who is a socially awkward but talented theater actor, showing his skill in portraying complex personalities with depth and nuance. His role required him to bring to life a character who struggles with social interactions but possesses a gift for acting, which Walken handled with a mix of vulnerability and charisma. This role allowed him to showcase his talent for comedy and drama, blending humor with emotional depth. In 1983, Walken took on the role of Johnny Smith in David Cronenberg's adaptation of Stephen King's The Dead Zone. This part was significant because it displayed his capacity to delve into darker and more intense material. The film's psychological thriller elements demanded a different set of acting skills, and Walken responded with a compelling performance that captured the character's inner struggles and supernatural abilities. His portrayal of Johnny Smith demonstrated how flexibly he could move between different genres, from the lighter, comedic aspects of theater and musicals to darker, more serious roles in thrillers and psychological dramas. His career reflects an impressive ability to adapt and excel in a variety of roles, making him a distinguished and versatile actor across the entertainment industry. Walken's performances in these projects highlight his talent for embodying characters from a broad spectrum of genres, from musical comedy to intense psychological thrillers, proving his reputation as a truly multifaceted performer. Moving into the mid-1980s, Christopher Walken chose a role that would leave a lasting impression on fans of the James Bond franchise. He stepped into the shoes of Max Zorin, a memorable Bond villain in the film A View to a Kill. For this character, Walken dyed his hair blonde, adding a distinctive look that set him apart from other villains and helped bring Zorin to life as a charismatic yet dangerous antagonist. His portrayal was marked by a mix of charm and menace, capturing the complexity of a villain intent on world domination. This performance showcased his ability to portray villains with depth and charisma, making the character both intriguing and threatening. In the same year, 1986, Walken continued to demonstrate his talent for dark roles, with his performance as crime boss Brad Whitewood in the film At Close Range. Here, he played a gritty, intense criminal, leaving a strong impression on audiences with his compelling portrayal of a ruthless figure. His roles during this period displayed his versatility as an actor, capable of bringing a wide range of villainous characters to life on screen. Walken's performances in the mid-80s solidified his reputation as a skilled actor who could excel in both blockbuster franchise films and gritty crime dramas. His ability to embody complex villains with subtle nuance added a layer of realism and intensity to each character he portrayed. As he took on these challenging roles, he continued to develop his unique style that made his performances stand out, earning admiration from fans and critics alike. The mid-80s marked a notable chapter in his career, illustrating his talent for transforming into memorable antagonists that left a lasting impact. Starting with his notable work in 1988, Christopher Walken delivered a performance that many remember vividly when he played Sergeant Merwin J. Toomey in Neil Simon's Biloxi Blues. His portrayal was intense and memorable, showcasing his ability to bring complex characters to life with a mix of gravitas and subtle humor. That same year, he portrayed Whitley Strieber in the film Communion, a role that highlighted his range as an actor. His depiction of Strieber, based on the real-life author, was both haunting and compelling, making a lasting impression on audiences. Moving into the early 2000s, Walken made a significant return to theater, taking the stage in James Joyce's The Dead. This production was highly praised, and ultimately won a Tony Award in 2001, a testament to Walken's enduring talent and versatility. His ability to captivate audiences didn't stop there. He also gained widespread admiration for his unexpected dance moves in the music video for Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice. Directed by Spike Jonze, the video became iconic, thanks in large part to Walken's mesmerizing performance, which combined his quirky charm with impressive dance skills. The video received multiple MTV awards, including the prestigious Best Video of All Time, cementing his presence not just as a dramatic actor, but also as a cultural icon who could surprise and delight audiences across different mediums. After the year 2000, Christopher Walken continued to demonstrate his versatile talent by taking on a wide variety of roles in different types of films. He appeared in the comedy film Joe Dirt, where his performance added a unique flavor to the story, and also featured in America's Sweethearts, showcasing his ability to adapt to comedy as well as drama. In 2002, he achieved significant recognition by earning an Academy Award nomination for his portrayal of Frank Abagnale Sr. in the film Catch Me If You Can. This role highlighted his skill in bringing complex characters to life, even within the genre of crime and deception. Walken also explored comedic roles in movies like The Country Bears and The Rundown, which are both comedies that allowed him to show his range outside of serious or dramatic parts. His performances in these films demonstrated his ability to switch between different genres easily, from lighthearted humor to intense drama, making him a continually interesting actor in the 2000s. His work during this period kept him relevant in Hollywood, and proved he could handle a broad spectrum of characters, keeping his reputation as a talented and adaptable actor strong. Walken's choices of diverse roles in this decade reflect his desire to surprise audiences and challenge himself creatively, ensuring that he remained a memorable figure in the film industry. Throughout the 2000s, Christopher Walken demonstrated his versatility by exploring a wide range of acting roles across different mediums. He transitioned seamlessly from film to television and stage, showcasing his talent in many different settings. In the movie Click, he played a sympathetic inventor who helps the main character, adding depth and warmth to the story. His portrayal was memorable because he brought a gentle sincerity to the role, which stood out amid the film's humor and emotional moments. Not stopping there, he also took on a more villainous part by portraying a crime lord in Balls of Fury, exhibiting his ability to convincingly adopt darker, more intense characters. Besides his work in films, Walken made important appearances on television, where he lent his voice to the comedy series 30 Rock, bringing his unique style and charisma to the show's humor. His stage work during this period also gained recognition, as he earned a Tony Award nomination for his performance in the play A Behanding in Spokane. His involvement in theater highlighted his dedication to the craft and his continuing drive to explore different types of roles. Walking between comedy, drama, and action, Walken kept proving that he was a versatile actor capable of captivating audiences in many different ways in the years that followed. Since the 2020s, Christopher Walken has continued to display his remarkable talent and versatility in various roles across different platforms. He took on the role of Captain Hook in NBC's live production of Peter Pan, bringing his unique presence and commanding voice to the legendary villain in a way that captivated audiences. At the same time, he lent his voice to the iconic character of King Louie in Disney's animated adaptation of The Jungle Book, giving life and personality to the playful and wise orangutan. Walken's career remains active and impressive, refusing to slow down despite his years. He currently stars in the Bebcone, an Amazon Prime Video comedy The Outlaws, showcasing his comedic timing an ability to blend humor with his signature intensity. His performance in the Apple TV series Severance earned him an Emmy nomination, highlighting that his talent continues to be recognized and celebrated in the industry. His presence on screen remains compelling, and his work across different genres and platforms demonstrates his enduring appeal and dedication to his craft. Walken's ability to adapt and take on diverse roles keeps him relevant and beloved by fans and critics alike, making his career a testament to his lasting influence in entertainment. Starting from the 1960s, Christopher Walken and his wife Georgianne Walken have shared a love story that has lasted over 50 years. Their relationship began during a vibrant era of Hollywood, where their paths crossed, and they quickly formed a deep connection that has stood the test of time. Christopher Walken, known for his distinctive voice and memorable performances in numerous films, has maintained a successful acting career over many decades. Meanwhile, Georgianne Walken made her mark in the entertainment industry as a casting director, winning an Emmy Award for her exceptional work. She is recognized for her key roles in casting on popular HBO series such as The Sopranos and Entourage. Their partnership combines two different yet equally important parts of Hollywood, with Christopher's fame as an actor complementing Georgianne's behind-the-scenes influence as a casting director. Their relationship shows how love can grow and endure amid the chaos and glamour of show business. Despite their busy careers, they have remained devoted partners, supporting each other through the years. Their story is a testament to enduring love and shared passion for the entertainment world. Together, they have created a life filled with success, dedication, and loyalty that continues to inspire many. Their bond is a rare example of long-lasting companionship in the often fast-moving world of Hollywood, reflecting a partnership built on mutual respect and shared history that has lasted more than 5 decades. They met in 1963 while working as dancers in a theatrical production of West Side Story, a show that brought many performers together with dreams of making it big. Born in Chicago in 1944, Christopher Walken grew up with a curiosity that eventually led him into acting, but it was dance that first connected him to Georgianne, whom he married in 1969. Their marriage has lasted for decades, and they have remained inseparable since that time. Over the years, their life together has been marked by a deep bond that has helped them through many challenges. Christopher has spoken openly about his feelings for Georgianne, telling the New York Times that every now and then he feels a simple but profound happiness. He mentioned that sometimes he looks out the window and feels good, knowing that his bills are paid, his wife is healthy, and the weather is nice. That kind of contentment, he said, is what matters most to him. Their story shows that even in the busy world of show business, love and companionship can stay strong and true. They have built a life based on shared experiences, mutual support, and love that has stood the test of time. Although they work in different areas of the entertainment industry, Georgianne and Christopher have collaborated a few times. In 1983, they both appeared in the film Brainstorm. Christopher played the character Michael Brace, a significant role that showcased his talent and range as an actor. Meanwhile, Georgianne had a smaller part in the movie, playing Wendy Abramson. Their work together in this film highlights how even actors in different niches can come together for a project, creating a connection on the screen that fans might find interesting. Despite their different career paths, their collaboration in Brainstorm remains a noteworthy moment, reflecting the versatility and collaborative spirit that can exist between performers. Because of their shared work, it's clear they valued the opportunity to work together, even if their on-screen roles were different in scope. This occasional teamwork adds a layer to their careers, showing how different talents can unite in a single project, enriching the movie with their combined efforts. Their experience working on Brainstorm is a small but meaningful piece of their professional stories, demonstrating how collaboration can sometimes lead to lasting impressions in the entertainment world. Walken has spoken about the decision he made not to have children, and he attributes this choice to his busy career in acting. Throughout his life, he has dedicated much of his time to his craft, which has kept him deeply involved in numerous projects and performances. Despite not having children of his own, Walken once played a father figure in the film Wedding Crashers, which gave him a glimpse of what fatherhood might be like. He has expressed that he often wondered how he would be as a parent, especially imagining having a beautiful daughter. This reflection shows that even though he chose not to have children, he still considers the idea and has thought about what his role could have been if life circumstances were different. Walken's career has always been a central part of his life, and his decision reflects how he prioritized his work and personal reflection over starting a family. His experience and thoughts reveal a man who carefully considered his priorities and found contentment in his career and his own path. He recognizes the value in imagining what could have been while appreciating the life he has lived. Since the beginning of his career, Christopher Walken has shown a strong dedication to acting, often emphasizing how his choices shaped his professional life. Walken has openly said that he likes to work as much as he can because he doesn't have children or hobbies that take up his time outside of acting. He believes that not having children gave him the freedom to focus completely on his career, which is a significant part of his life. Many kids Walken knew while he was growing up might have stayed in show business, but because they had children of their own, they needed to find more dependable work to support their families. Walken felt that he didn't have this responsibility, so he could take on roles even when he was between projects or faced periods of unemployment. He has described his decision as a choice that greatly influenced his path, giving him the ability to fully immerse himself in acting without other concerns pulling him away. This focus allowed him to take on a wide variety of roles and dedicate himself to his craft without interruption, which contributed to the distinctive and impressive career he has built over many decades. Walken's commitment to acting as his primary pursuit reflects his belief that his freedom from other obligations helped him succeed in the competitive world of entertainment. Following a 1973 interview, Christopher Walken expressed a surprisingly open view on sexuality that reflected his willingness to share personal thoughts about his characters and himself. During this conversation, he discussed his role as Bassanio in The Merchant of Venice, a character who, in Walken's interpretation, could be seen as bisexual. Walken explained that he thought of Bassanio as bisexual, and he personally believed that this was a way he also identified himself. This candid statement showed that Walken was comfortable exploring and discussing complex ideas about sexuality, even publicly. His honest approach was refreshing at a time when many were hesitant to share such opinions openly. Walken's perspective indicates that he embraced the idea that sexuality can be fluid or multifaceted, and he was unafraid to express that mindset. This openness might have contributed to his unique acting style and persona, allowing him to bring depth and authenticity to the characters he portrayed. His comments in that interview continued to stand out as a sign of his willingness to speak honestly about topics that can sometimes be considered sensitive or private. Overall, Walken's views on sexuality, as shared during that interview, highlight his fearless personality and his ability to bridge personal understanding with his craft as an actor. He went on to express his belief in the fluidity of sexuality, emphasizing the importance of embracing diversity in one's identity. This perspective suggests that sexuality is not fixed or rigid, but rather can change and evolve over time. Many people relate to this idea because it encourages a broader understanding of human experiences and recognizes that everyone's journey is unique. By acknowledging that sexuality can be fluid, individuals may feel more comfortable exploring different aspects of themselves without fear of judgment. This belief also promotes tolerance and acceptance, helping to break down stereotypes and misconceptions about what it means to be a specific gender or sexual orientation. In a world that often seeks clear categories, advocating for fluidity invites a more open-minded view, allowing for growth and self-discovery. It encourages individuals to be true to themselves and to trust that their identity can shift naturally as they gain new experiences and insights. Such a perspective fosters compassion and understanding within communities, creating space for people to be authentic and to celebrate the diversity that makes each person's story special. Recognizing the fluidity of sexuality can ultimately lead to a more inclusive environment where everyone feels valued for who they truly are. From the moment he stepped onto the screen, Christopher Walken's distinctive speaking style has captivated audiences with its unique rhythm, cadence, and tone. His voice, often imitated, is instantly recognizable and holds a special place in pop culture. Many people might assume that his manner of speaking is a deliberate choice made for the camera, but in reality, it is a natural part of how he talks. Born and raised in Queens, Walken grew up immersed in a diverse environment. His father was German, and his mother was Scottish, and both of them brought their accents to daily life in their household. Growing up, he also interacted with many immigrant bakery customers who spoke with their own accents that influenced his speech patterns. The mix of his parents' German and Scottish accents, combined with those of the people he met, created a rhythm and style of speech that remained with him throughout his life. This natural way of speaking gave him a distinct voice that stands out in Hollywood, making him one of the most memorably idiosyncratic actors in film history. His authentic speech pattern has helped shape his acting style, allowing him to bring a unique authenticity to his characters. This influence of immigrant speech on his style highlights how cultural voices and accents can shape an individual's manner of expression and become a defining feature of their identity. It also shows how the environment you grow up in can influence how you communicate, often in ways that become an integral part of your personal brand. Walken's voice is a testament to the rich cultural tapestry of Queens and the immigrant communities that have contributed so much to American identity and storytelling. His distinctive way of speaking not only sets him apart, but it also reminds us of the beauty and importance of diverse voices in shaping who we are. Walken attributes his peculiar rhythm of speech to the multicultural environment in which he was raised, where English was often a second language. This background created a unique cadence, a rhythm that is distinct and immediately recognizable. He explains that it is a rhythm thing, something etched into his way of speaking from a young age. The reason behind this rhythm stems from the necessity to pause frequently, carefully selecting the right words to communicate clearly and effectively. Growing up in a diverse setting made him develop this style, as pauses helped him think and articulate better in a language that was not his first. This habit of pausing and choosing words deliberately became ingrained in him, influencing his speech pattern for life. Over time, it became a signature trait, adding a layer of depth and peculiarity to his delivery. His cadence is not just a random quirk, but a product of his childhood experiences, an environment that shaped his way of speaking into something uniquely his own. Despite his fame and the many roles he has played, his speech pattern remains a defining characteristic that sets him apart in the acting world. It shows how deeply environment and early experiences can influence even the smallest aspects of someone's mannerisms, making them distinctive and memorable. Walken's rhythmic way of speaking reminds us of the importance of patience, thoughtfulness, and the value of careful communication learned early in life. Since the focus is on Christopher Walken's unique voice, it is interesting to note how his distinctive way of speaking has become a signature element of his persona. His voice isn't just something you hear in movies or television, it carries a certain rhythm and cadence that sets him apart from other actors. Many people assume that his voice is solely a product of his acting roles, but it actually extends beyond his work on screen. Walken's reading and writing habits also reflect his unique style of speech. Despite the popular impression that his voice is fixed and unchangeable, he often believes that the way he speaks isn't fully captured by the scripts he reads. As a result, he frequently tweaks his lines and the wording of scripts to better match his natural cadence. This process sometimes irritates writers who feel their work is being altered, but Walken prefers to stay true to his voice, believing that it adds authenticity to his performances. His approach to language shows a conscious effort to preserve the genuine sound that makes him instantly recognizable. By modifying scripts to suit his natural way of speaking, he maintains control over how he expresses himself and keeps his voice lively and true to who he is. This dedication to authenticity highlights how central his voice is to his identity as an actor and a speaker. Walken's methods demonstrate that his voice is more than just a manner of speech, it is a vital part of his artistry and personal expression. Christopher Walken's approach to punctuation is notably unconventional, reflecting his unique perspective on language and communication. Instead of following traditional rules, he prefers to remove punctuation altogether, believing that it can sometimes hinder the flow of his writing. Walken often rearranges periods and question marks, positioning them where he feels they best serve his intention, rather than adhering to their standard placements. This idiosyncratic method is a significant part of his creative process, showing his desire to maintain control over how his ideas are presented. His approach has sometimes led to friction with collaborators who prefer more conventional punctuation practices, causing disagreements over manuscripts and scripts. Despite such challenges, Walken remains steadfast in his belief that punctuation is a tool to be manipulated for artistic expression. He considers his way of punctuating as a means of capturing a more authentic voice, one that doesn't conform to strict grammatical rules, but rather reflects his personal style and creative instincts. His dedication to doing things his way has become a defining feature of his personality, and he views punctuation as an extension of his artistic independence. This unconventional stance highlights his broader tendency to challenge norms and follow his own path in both acting and writing, making his approach to punctuation a small but telling part of his larger artistic identity. Certainly. Here is the detailed text based on the provided information. Christopher Walken, the well-known actor recognized for his distinctive voice and unique delivery, also has a peculiar and notable way of communicating through handwritten letters. Despite the modern age's reliance on digital communication, Walken prefers to write by hand, choosing a method that aligns with his individual style. He avoids using a computer or a cell phone altogether, emphasizing a commitment to traditional forms of correspondence. His handwriting style is unconventional. He does not use cursive, which many consider more decorative and elaborate. Instead, he writes in all capital letters, which gives his letters a bold and straightforward appearance. Remarkably, his handwritten messages are simple and direct, consisting of only a single sentence in each letter. He omits punctuation entirely, creating a clean, unembellished look that underscores his preference for clarity and simplicity. This approach reflects his speech patterns, which are marked by a certain rhythmic and direct quality, much like his acting style. Each letter seems to embody his personality, focused, honest, and unpretentious, rejecting complex details for straightforward communication. His choice of all caps and single-sentence messages paints a picture of someone who values authenticity and efficiency over embellishment, revealing a hidden facet of his character that fans and observers find intriguing. Walken's handwritten letters show a rare dedication to keeping personal correspondence simple, yet meaningful, emphasizing a preference for traditional methods over technological convenience. His style stands out in a world overwhelmed by texting and social media, making each handwritten note a small but potent expression of his individuality. Through this practice, Walken continues to connect through a form that is as unique and memorable as his performances on screen. From the beginning, Christopher Walken has stood out in the entertainment industry for his refusal to conform, especially in a field where fitting into certain norms and expectations often leads to a more predictable career. Unlike many actors who adapt their speech and manner to meet industry standards, Walken's way of speaking is marked by its distinctive rhythm and individuality. His voice is not what society might expect or consider typical, but that very difference makes him memorable. Whether he is performing on stage, acting in films, or even reading aloud from a script, Walken remains authentic and true to himself. His refusal to force his speech into a conventional mold shows a deep confidence in his own identity. This unique approach to communication and performance sets Walken apart from others and gives his work a special touch that audiences recognize and appreciate. His ability to stay genuine, despite the pressure to conform, emphasizes his personal integrity and the value he places on authenticity. In every role, his voice and manner lean into what makes him unique, reminding others that staying true to oneself can make a lasting impression. Walken's career exemplifies how embracing one's natural voice can lead to a distinctive, memorable presence in a competitive industry. Christopher Walken's approach to acting is as unique as his iconic voice and distinctive style. Unlike method actors who try to fully immerse themselves in their characters, Walken chooses to stay true to himself. He believes that every role he plays is just an extension of his own personality, not something completely separate. This way of acting allows him to bring a natural and authentic feel to his performances. Walken's voice, which many find unforgettable, adds to his special presence on screen. His style is unconventional because he doesn't follow the usual rules of acting. Instead, he uses his own instincts and personality to shape each character. This approach makes his acting appear effortless and genuine. He finds inspiration from his own experiences and beliefs, which gives his roles a personal touch. Walken's way of acting has helped him stand out in many films and stage productions. He often adds a subtle quirk or unique gesture that makes his characters memorable. His confidence in being himself on screen proves that you don't need to act like someone else to be a great actor. Instead, staying true to who you are can create powerful and honest performances. Walken's approach continues to influence many actors and fans who admire his ability to keep it real while playing diverse roles. His way of blending his personal style with his acting skills shows that true artistry involves authenticity and individuality. Additionally, Walken explained that his method allows him to maintain a sense of authenticity while still delivering a compelling performance. He believes that truly understanding a character involves connecting with parts of oneself that align with the role's emotions and motivations. Walken's unique approach means he focuses on the rhythm and cadence of his speech, gestures, and timing, which help him bring his characters alive in a way that feels natural and genuine. Rather than trying to erase his identity and fully immerse himself, he uses his background and personal traits as a foundation, layering the role with his own subtle nuances. This technique can be seen in many of his films, where his distinctive voice and mannerisms add depth without making him unrecognizable. For him, acting is more about channeling a mood or feeling through what already exists within him, rather than becoming someone entirely different. This concept also explains the consistent quality and style often noted in his work, as his performances are rooted in his own personality, but shaped by the needs of the story. Walken's approach emphasizes that acting isn't only about transformation, but also about the artist's connection to the present moment, using their voice, rhythm, and instincts to communicate effectively. His method sets him apart from many actors, showing that a strong personal influence can create powerful, memorable characters without losing oneself entirely in the process. His perspective encourages a view of acting as a craft rooted in honesty and self-awareness rather than complete reinvention. Once you observe Christopher Walken, it becomes clear that his relaxed attitude toward acting is a core part of who he is. Whether he's quietly memorizing lines in his kitchen or painstakingly learning songs for a new role, his approach always seems rooted in a sense of ease and simplicity. Despite his long and illustrious career, he never lets the fame or the spotlight cause him to lose touch with what initially inspired him. Walken's process often circles back to his roots in dance, where rhythm and movement are fundamental. He has spoken about how dance teaches him about timing, flow, and expression, skills that naturally transfer into his acting. His focus on rhythm highlights a deep understanding that performance isn't just about words or action, but about feeling and timing, much like in dance. Even with numerous awards and celebrated roles, Walken remains refreshingly unambitious in his outlook. He does not seek fame for fame's sake or chase big roles for the sake of awards. Instead, he approaches each project with sincerity, preferring to stay close to his artistic passions rather than the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. This balanced perspective allows him to work effortlessly, bringing authenticity to his characters and maintaining a calm, unpretentious demeanor that audiences find intriguing. His attitude showcases that success doesn't have to come with pressure or pretension, but can be grounded in a genuine love for art and craft. Walken's career is a testament to how staying true to one's roots and maintaining a humble outlook can create a lasting impact in a highly competitive industry. His relaxed, rhythmic approach reminds us that sometimes the key to great performance is not trying too hard, but rather allowing oneself to stay connected to the core passions that motivate us. He describes himself as lazy and admits that he doesn't actively pursue roles. Instead, he chooses to take a relaxed attitude toward his career, not stressing over the constant ups and downs of Hollywood. By not chasing after every opportunity, he allows them to come to him naturally. This laid-back approach means he isn't driven by ambition, but by a sense of calm and patience, which helps keep him grounded. His perspective on work is simple. He prefers to stay grounded and healthy rather than let the pressures and anxieties of show business overwhelm him. Because he doesn't force things, he remains steady and balanced, avoiding the stress that many other actors face when they push too hard for fame or constant work. This relaxed attitude has served him well, helping him stay true to himself and maintain a sense of peace in a tumultuous industry. His honesty about laziness and lack of aggressive pursuit makes him stand out as someone who values stability and simplicity over fame and fortune. His approach to work shows that sometimes patience and a relaxed attitude can be the key to staying grounded and healthy in a challenging environment. Walking through Hollywood with a quiet strength, Christopher Walken's humility is what truly sets him apart from many other actors. Despite his long career and the fame he has gained, he remains modest and unpretentious. Walken doesn't let success inflate his ego, and he understands that the path to acting is filled with rejection and setbacks. Instead of taking these disappointments personally, he views them as part of the business, recognizing that casting decisions are often about fit and timing rather than a reflection of his talent. His attitude shows a deep respect for the industry and its honesty. Walken's ability to accept disappointment gracefully demonstrates a kind of humility that resonates in his work and his personality. He approaches opportunities with an even mind, always ready to move on, never dwelling on what could have been. His humility and lack of ego give him a rare sincerity in Hollywood, allowing him to focus on his craft rather than fame or boastfulness. This attitude not only makes him stand out, but also helps him stay resilient through the ups and downs of his career. Walken's humility is a quiet, but powerful presence that influences his acting and his interactions in the industry, showing that real strength often lies in understanding and acceptance rather than pride. In a world where actors often chase perfection and recognition, Christopher Walken stands out with his relaxed attitude and unconventional methods. Unlike many of his peers who may focus on strict rehearsals or perfecting every line, Walken approaches his craft in a unique way. His style seems effortless, and he often surprises audiences with his unpredictable choices and spontaneous performances. This approach demonstrates that success in acting does not always depend on following strict rules or seeking constant validation. Instead, Walken reminds us that staying true to yourself and being genuine are more important. His calm demeanor and willingness to take risks show that embracing your own style can lead to great results. He does not get caught up in the pressure of fame or the need to constantly improve in traditional ways. Instead, he views acting as a journey to explore who he is and what he can do, making his work authentic and memorable. Walken's unorthodox methods inspire many to think differently about how they pursue their goals. His career is a testament to the idea that sometimes going against the grain and being true to oneself can bring the most success and fulfillment. His relaxed attitude and unconventional approach continue to influence actors and fans alike, showing that a different path can lead to extraordinary achievements. After a long day of filming the movie Brainstorm, Christopher Walken, Natalie Wood, and Robert Wagner boarded a yacht near Catalina Island, where they spent the evening enjoying dinner and drinks together. As the night wore on, the atmosphere was relaxed, but a tragedy was unfolding. Early in the morning, Natalie Wood was found dead after drowning in the water surrounding the yacht. The circumstances of her death quickly raised questions and sparked one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. Walken, who was present that night, found himself at the heart of this complex story, which has continued to fascinate and confound investigators and fans alike for decades. Many details about what happened during that night remain unclear, and the case was reopened years later, leading to new examinations and speculation. Walken has spoken about that night sparingly, and while he has not been directly accused, his involvement has kept him linked to the tragic event that took the life of a beloved star. The incident changed the lives of everyone involved, and left lasting questions about the true events that took place aboard the yacht. As time passed, new theories and reports emerged, but the full story continues to be unresolved, leaving this Hollywood mystery unsolved. Walken's experience that night remains a part of deep discussions about the case, and the mystery continues to intrigue many who wish for answers. The case serves as a stark reminder of how quickly life can change, and how some stories remain forever shrouded in secrecy. Walken's silence remains a topic that touches on a mysterious and unresolved event involving the actor Christopher Walken. Despite being present during the moments leading up to the death of Wood, Walken has chosen not to talk publicly or share his version of the story. His silence has fueled speculation and curiosity among many who wonder why he has not spoken out or provided his perspective on the incident. The lay medical examiner, Thomas Noguchi, officially ruled Wood's death as an accidental drowning, which added a layer of official explanation that some find hard to believe. Rumors have persisted over the years, swirling around the circumstances of the death and casting doubt on the original ruling. Different accounts from those close to the case offer conflicting versions of what happened, further muddying the waters of what might have really gone on during that tragic event. The fact that Walken has not commented only adds to the sense of mystery and keeps the story alive in public discussions and the media's ongoing coverage. His reticence might be seen as an attempt to avoid controversy or as a protective measure for personal reasons, but it also makes the details of that event even more elusive. The silence surrounding Walken in connection with this incident stands out because it contrasts with his usually outspoken and expressive personality seen in his acting career. As the years pass, the questions surrounding Walken's silence continue to fuel debates and theories, ensuring that this chapter of history remains unresolved and intriguing for many who follow the story. The unresolved nature of this event keeps the focus on the enduring mystery, and the lack of answers only heightens the ongoing speculation about what truly transpired and why Walken has remained so silent. Reports suggest there was tension among Christopher Walken and others involved when Wood's body was found in the water. Rumors swirled about jealousy, accusations, and volatile behavior, which fueled speculation about what might have happened that night. Some believe that jealousy may have played a part, given the intense emotions and possible rivalries. Others thought that the situation could have escalated into a more dangerous confrontation, considering the rumors of volatile behavior from the people involved. Despite these rumors, Walken has kept a tight-lipped stance about the events of that night, offering no public statements or detailed accounts. This silence has only fed the speculation, leaving many to wonder what truly occurred and what Walken's role might have been. As the story continued to unfold in the media and among the public, no concrete evidence emerged to confirm any of the rumors, but the whispers persisted, fueling ongoing curiosity and doubt. Walken's reputation remained largely intact due to his silence, but the tension and speculation lingered in the background, making the case a topic of hushed conversations and lingering questions. The lack of clarity about that night keeps the story alive in the minds of many, with no definitive answers emerging to settle the rumors or confirm any suspicions. After hearing about the recent documentary titled Natalie Wood, What Remains Behind that aired in the United States on January 27, 2020, many viewers found their perspectives on the tragic death of actress Natalie Wood to be stirred anew. The documentary delves into the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death, which has long been a subject of intrigue and speculation. It features interviews with her daughter, Natasha Gregson Wagner, who openly questions her stepfather, Robert Wagner, about the events of that night. This approach brings fresh attention to the unresolved questions and the lingering doubts that still surround what really happened. The documentary aims to shed light on the possible secrets and hidden truths, offering a different view on a case that remains partly shrouded in mystery. For those who followed Natalie Wood's career, her death remains an emotional and controversial topic. The film examines details of her life, her relationships, and the timeline of that tragic night, where her death was initially ruled an accident, but has since been the focus of ongoing debates. Through personal interviews and newly uncovered information, the documentary attempts to explore what may have truly occurred on that fateful evening. It also brings attention to the impact of her loss on her family and fans alike, emphasizing the enduring fascination with her story. Overall, Natalie Wood's death continues to evoke curiosity, and this latest documentary reinvigorates the search for answers, encouraging viewers to reconsider what they thought they knew about her final moments. The discussions it sparks could influence how her story is understood moving forward, highlighting that some questions still remain unanswered despite years of speculation. After returning to their boat following dinner, Wagner had an argument with Christopher Walken about Wood. During this argument, Wood excused herself and left the room. Later, Wagner found that Wood was missing from their room and discovered her body in the water. The authorities ruled her death an accident, and there was no immediate suspicion. However, in 2018, Wagner was named a person of interest in her case, which raised questions about what might have happened that night. Walken was present during the events that led to her disappearance, which brought his name into investigations. Despite the ruling of accidental death, the mention of Wagner's interest in 2018 suggests that new details or evidence might have come to light that continued to keep the case open or under review. Walken's involvement in the situation remains a point of curiosity for those interested in the case, as the events surrounding the argument and her subsequent death continue to be examined. The connection between his presence and the circumstances of Wood's death highlights how unresolved questions can linger, even years after an incident. No definitive conclusions have been made about Walken's involvement, but his name appears in the case's ongoing timeline. Although Christopher Walken is well known for his distinctive voice and remarkable acting skills, he has rarely spoken about a sensitive incident involving Wood's death. Wagner, another individual connected to the situation, emotionally expressed that nobody heard anything that night, a statement that has haunted his mind many times. Despite the significant emotional weight carried by Wagner's words, Walken has chosen not to be featured in the documentary that covers this incident, which makes it difficult to find his detailed thoughts or feelings on the matter. He has only mentioned the incident briefly in past interviews, and these snippets suggest he prefers to keep his opinions private. When he has talked about it, he focuses more on the general impact, rather than providing specifics or deep reflections. His reluctance to discuss the case publicly might stem from a desire for privacy or an understanding of the sensitive nature of the events. Walken's silence about Wood's death adds an intriguing layer to the story, leaving some to wonder what he truly thinks or feels about that night. His comments remain limited, and he has not elaborated further, which leaves many details to remain unknown. For now, the focus continues to be on what Wagner shared, and the quiet presence of Walken, who seems to prefer to stay out of the spotlight when it comes to this particular tragedy. His brief remarks in the past reveal only a small part of his thoughts, emphasizing the mystery surrounding his personal stance. The limited information available suggests that Walken has chosen to remember the incident privately, perhaps out of respect for those involved, or a desire to maintain his emotional boundaries. As the story goes on, more details might surface, but for now, his silence remains a significant part of the narrative. The way he has handled the situation reflects his own way of coping, which many find respectful and understandable. Despite the lack of extensive commentary from Walken, the story continues to evoke curiosity and speculation among those interested in his life and the events that have touched it. His comments, though few, serve to underscore the complexity of a difficult night many remember, but few discuss openly. As the story remains partly veiled in silence, the impact of what was said and left unsaid continues to resonate among those who follow the case. Walken's reserved approach shows how some tragedies leave a lasting impression, shaping how individuals choose to engage with their past. With time, more may be revealed, but for now, his quietness speaks volumes about how he processes such moments. His unwillingness to go into detail keeps the focus on the emotions and memories of others rather than his own, yet it adds to the richness of the overall story. Many appreciate his honesty in not forcing his views into the public eye, understanding the importance of personal boundaries when dealing with delicate matters. His brief mention of the incident hints at a deeper story, but one that he prefers to leave untouched, allowing others to interpret his silence in their own way. The lack of new comments from Walken continues to maintain a sense of mystery that surrounds him and this tragic event. As the narrative unfolds, it becomes clear that sometimes silence can say more than words, and in Walken's case, his quiet demeanor may be his way of honoring the memory of those involved while protecting himself. His stance remains a testament to how people choose to deal with painful memories, often keeping them close and private. Walken's approach shows a layered personality that values discretion and respects the complexity of grief and remembrance. Watching how this story evolves, it is evident that his brief past remarks contribute to the ongoing conversation, though they leave much to the imagination and reflection of others. In the end, his choice to speak only lightly about the incident underscores the importance of personal privacy and the unpredictable ways humans handle trauma. His silence continues to be a meaningful part of the narrative, inviting speculation and understanding from those willing to listen. After the death of Wood, Walken reflected on the accident. 5 years later, sharing his thoughts with People magazine, he explained that he was unaware of the exact circumstances surrounding Wood's fall into the water, and that she had simply slipped and fallen. Walken stated that he was in bed at the time and didn't witness what happened. He described the event as a terrible thing, indicating it was a sad and tragic incident. Although he mentioned that people often try to make conversations about the event, he found such discussions boring, showing his desire to move on from the topic. In 1997, Walken gave more details about Wood's death in Playboy magazine, where he again described her passing as an accident. His words reflected a consistent perspective over the years, emphasizing that the fall was unintentional, and that he did not want to dwell on the incident or speculate further. This portrayal echoes how he handled the situation publicly, balancing acknowledgement of the tragedy with a desire to keep the details and his feelings private. His comments suggest a man who chose to focus on his work and life rather than get caught up in the emotional weight of the loss, while still recognizing the impact it had. Walken's repeated insistence that the death was an accident maintained his stance that it was an unforeseen and unfortunate event rather than something deliberate or mysterious. His insights reveal a tone of quiet acceptance rather than grief, as he continued to move forward amid lingering questions surrounding that day. Initially, the night in question remained shrouded in mystery because only she knows what truly happened. She was alone at the time, having gone to bed before the others, and her room was located at the back of the boat. Outside, a dinghy was bouncing against the side of the vessel, and it is believed she went out to move it because it may have been causing problems or was in danger of drifting away. Nearby, there was a ski ramp that was partially submerged in the water, and it was slippery, which made moving around risky. Christopher Walken, known for his intense and often enigmatic presence on screen, often brings a sense of mystery to his characters, but in this case, he was simply recounting what was said. He mentioned that he had walked on the same ski ramp himself, aware of how treacherous it could be, especially when wet. The key detail remains that she had previously told him she couldn't swim, making her actions that night potentially dangerous if she indeed went out onto the water or the boat's edge. The exact sequence leading to whatever incident occurred that night is unclear, and his account focuses on what she told him she experienced and the circumstances surrounding her. Given the limited information and the secretive nature of what she knows, the details continue to raise questions about what truly happened once she stepped outside. The interplay of the boat's movement, slipping on the ramp, and her inability to swim all suggest a dangerous situation that might have contributed to the incident. Despite his efforts to recall what she told him, the whole event remains a matter of speculation, with only her account providing the core details. The surrounding elements, the bouncing dinghy, the slippery ramp, her inability to swim, highlight the peril of that night, but the full story may forever stay incomplete due to her silent knowledge. Some people believe that there is more to the story involving Christopher Walken than what has been officially revealed. They think that despite the investigations and media scrutiny, Walken has chosen not to talk about what happened that night. Those convinced of this feel that the truth is hidden or incomplete, and they remain unsatisfied because Walken's silence leaves questions unanswered. Walken has made it clear that he will not discuss or explain the events of that night publicly. He has refused to give details or share his side of the story, even when asked by authorities and reporters. This silence only fuels speculation, making some believe that there is more to the story than what people have been told. Despite the official investigations showing no further evidence, the doubts linger because Walken has not addressed the rumors directly. His decision not to speak about it leaves many wondering what really happened. Some think that the truth might be lost or intentionally kept out of sight, and others believe that Walken's silence indicates guilt or a deeper story that remains hidden. Still, he continues to stand firm on not discussing the matter, which keeps the public's curiosity alive and the rumors circulating. No matter how much is investigated or questioned, Walken's refusal to speak keeps the mystery deep and unresolved. The ongoing speculation points to a desire for answers that probably will not come, and this keeps the story alive in the minds of many. People continue to wonder whether there is something more beneath the silence, or if it simply means Walken chooses to keep his private life out of the spotlight. Ultimately, the truth may stay buried, and Walken's choice to stay silent only adds to the intrigue surrounding him. And that night, following the details of the medical reports related to Christopher Walken, it was determined that Robert Wood's death was an accidental drowning, a conclusion that Walken himself supported. The reports were based on thorough medical examinations that pointed to drowning as the cause of death. However, the case had complicated aspects because sharp discrepancies appeared in witness accounts surrounding the incident. Some witnesses, including the captain of the yacht, Dennis Davern, offered conflicting reports about what transpired that night. While the official reports confirmed drowning, witnesses described scenes that suggested a more turbulent scene on the yacht. Several witnesses claimed there were heated arguments among those on board, which added a layer of suspicion and raised questions about what really happened that night. Some witnesses hinted that jealousy might have played a role in the events leading to Wood's death. These conflicting accounts created a cloud of mystery and debate, complicating the official narrative of an accidental drowning. Despite Walken's agreement with the medical findings, the differing testimonies from eyewitnesses kept the case open to various interpretations and speculation. The details surrounding the incident are complex and remain a subject of ongoing discussion, with no definitive resolution other than the medical conclusion that Wood's death was accidental. While many people have tried to uncover the truth about Christopher Walken's involvement in a certain mysterious incident, he has chosen not to speak about it. To this day, the full story remains unknown and out of reach. Walken has made it clear that he prefers to keep the details private, and he has not given any interviews or hints that could shed light on what actually happened. This silence has only increased the aura of mystery surrounding the event, making it a topic of speculation and intrigue among fans and observers alike. Whatever occurred that night, it seems that Walken prefers to leave it in the past, possibly because the truth might be complex or painful, or perhaps because he simply wishes to protect his privacy. The incident has created a sense of enigma that persists, and despite many inquiries, there has been no definitive explanation. The lack of information adds a layer of intrigue, making it difficult to form a clear picture of what really happened. This unresolved chapter in Walken's life continues to fascinate those who follow his career, and it fuels ongoing curiosity about his personal history. Because he has chosen silence, we may never truly know the full story behind what happened that night, leaving the mystery intact and preserving its secrecy. The silence surrounds the incident, leaving the truth as a hidden chapter in a life filled with contrasting public fame and private secrecy. The enduring mystery remains a testament to the fact that some stories are better left untold, and in Walken's case, the full truth may forever be out of reach, locked behind his silence. Since the name Christopher Walken exudes a sense of mystery and intrigue, many people are curious to discover more about the man behind the fame. Interestingly, his real name is not Christopher, which adds an extra layer to this enigma. Before he became a well-known actor, Walken led a very different life and explored a variety of jobs. One of the most surprising facts is that at the age of 16, he worked as a lion tamer in a touring circus. This job was quite adventurous and dangerous, and it stands out as a unique chapter in his early years. He responded to an ad in a trade paper that led him into this unusual career path. In the circus, he performed alongside a seasoned lion tamer named Terrell Jacobs. To make his act work, Walken disguised himself as the lion tamer's son, which allowed him to perform with a large lion named Sheba. Despite the risks involved and the fierceness of the big cat, Walken looks back on his time as a lion tamer with affection. He describes Sheba as more like a house cat than a wild beast, a description that highlights his comfort and familiarity with the animal. This experience was quite a departure from the roles he would later play in movies, often portraying intense or ominous characters rather than a young man working closely with a big cat. His early years in the circus contribute to the compelling and multifaceted persona that audiences now associate with him. The story of his lion taming days shows that he has never shied away from adventure or risk, and it reveals a side of him that is both daring and fondly remembered, adding depth to his persona that fans might not expect. By looking at these different chapters of his life, it becomes clear that Christopher Walken's career and character are built on a foundation of bold choices and unique experiences. Since he is known for his diverse roles and memorable performances, it is interesting to note that Christopher Walken also has a unique relationship with clothing. His penchant for stealing extends beyond acting and into the realm of wardrobe on movie sets. Walken freely admits that he often borrows clothes from his various film roles, transforming his daily street attire into a kind of living museum of cinematic artifacts. These borrowings range from jackets to accessories, making his personal wardrobe a treasure trove of costume history. If you happen to see Walken wearing something that looks oddly familiar, chances are it's directly from a movie set, which adds a layer of intrigue to his fashion choices. The story gets even more amusing when considering the efforts of costume departments, such as that of Batman Returns. Recognizing Walken's habit of pilfering clothes, the wardrobe department took preemptive action by clearing out his dressing room before he could take any more attire. This playful dynamic shows that Walken's love for costumes isn't just acting, but also a personal passion, blending a bit of a collector's instinct with his legendary career. His casual clothes, often augmented by these borrowed pieces, bear silent witness to the many characters he has brought to life, making his everyday appearance a walking archive of cinematic history. Whether he's on set or walking the streets, Christopher Walken's clothing choices reflect a playful, adventurous spirit and a deep connection to his work in film, turning ordinary garments into fragments of Hollywood storytelling. Now imagine Marlon Brando, the legendary actor known for his powerful performances and commanding presence, wanting to start a musical variety show set in his own home, which sounds wild but also intriguing. It almost happened, and Christopher Walken was involved during the filming in Nova Scotia. Walken, famous for his unique dance moves and charismatic screen presence, received a call from Brando himself. Brando had watched Walken dance in a movie and wanted to get in touch with his choreographer to discuss something special. Brando's idea was to create a variety show that would be an eclectic mix of music, dance, and acting, featuring everyone including himself stepping into the spotlight and showcasing their talents through dance and performance. The concept was to have this show take place in Brando's own home, giving it an intimate and personal touch that would blend Hollywood star power with a relaxed, almost gala-like atmosphere. Sadly, the Marlon Brando variety show never materialized, leaving everyone to wonder what it might have become. Whether it would have been a groundbreaking addition to entertainment history or just a short-lived experiment. Still, the fact that Brando envisioned such a project and that Christopher Walken was involved adds a fascinating layer to this almost real story. highlighting the creative sparks that can ignite when iconic talents collide. The idea that two such legendary performers might have come together in an unconventional project continues to stir curiosity and admiration among fans and history buffs alike. Growing up in New York, Christopher Walken's real-life experiences played a big role in shaping the way he portrays dark and menacing characters on screen. Walken explains that his childhood was like living in a horror museum, filled with all kinds of strange and sometimes frightening people. These encounters exposed him to a wide range of unusual personalities, which made a strong impression on him. To survive in such an environment, he had to develop a tough attitude that helped him navigate through difficult situations. This toughness became part of his personality, and it is something he used to help bring authenticity to his roles as villains and dark characters in movies. When he acts, he can tap into his memories of those strange and sometimes scary experiences, which makes his performances feel very real. His ability to transform into unsettling characters is not just about acting skills, but also about his deep understanding of human nature, shaped by his early life in New York. His life history gives him a perspective that is hard to duplicate, and it shows in the intensity and realism he brings to his dark roles. Walken's background is a big part of why he can convincingly convince audiences that he is a threatening figure, as his own past of facing bizarre and dangerous situations allows him to embody those roles authentically. His experiences growing up surrounded by odd characters gave him the resilience and attitude needed to excel in such roles, turning his childhood memories into on-screen power. Though Christopher Walken has built a reputation on his intense and often mysterious on-screen characters, he insists that in real life he is quite the opposite, describing himself as a pussycat. He emphasizes that his true nature is gentle and kind, contrasting sharply with the often intimidating roles he portrays. This honesty extends beyond his words into his career choices, as he has been known to turn down roles that conflict with his morals or personal values. Walken's commitment to staying true to himself means he refuses to accept parts that would require him to compromise his sense of integrity or moral stance. However, one issue that really bothers him is what he calls Walkenization. This term refers to the process where writers try to modify their scripts to better align with what they believe is his personality or what they think he can portray. Walken dislikes when scripts are altered in this manner because he feels it distorts the original intention of the character and limits his ability to perform authentically. To him, this process is frustrating because it sacrifices honesty and genuine storytelling for a superficial portrayal of him as an actor. Walken's dissatisfaction with Walkenized scripts often results in him declining roles, as he values authenticity and wants to bring honest depth to the characters he plays. His dedication to remaining true to himself and to the craft means he prefers roles that are genuine and unaltered rather than those shaped by writers' assumptions about what he should be. For Walken, staying true to his true self and respecting the integrity of the characters he embodies are more important than fame or reputation. This mindset underscores his steadfastness in making choices that uphold his authenticity and his genuine approach to acting. Although Christopher Walken often appears brave and confident on screen, he has his own fears that he openly admits to. Despite his tough exterior and the fearless characters he portrays in movies, Walken struggles with many common fears in his daily life. He is afraid of horses, which may seem surprising given how some actors have ridden horses in film scenes. But for him, horses are a source of unease. He also fears driving and flying, which are activities many people rely on regularly, yet Walken tries to avoid them whenever he can. Instead of taking the wheel himself, he prefers to let someone else handle the driving or the flying, showing that even someone who seems invincible on the big screen has vulnerabilities in real life. Crossing the street in a busy city like London can also become a challenge for him. Small tasks that others do without a second thought can cause him concern and anxiety, revealing that his fears are very real and affect everyday actions. These fears show that behind his commanding presence and impressive performances, Walken remains human with genuine fears that he manages each day. His honesty about these fears makes him more relatable and reminds us that everyone has their own struggles, no matter how tough they may appear publicly. Walken's fears are a small glimpse into his personal life, illustrating that even iconic actors face moments of vulnerability. Beyond his well-known on-screen persona, Christopher Walken is a loving and dedicated animal lover. He finds peace and comfort in watching wildlife from his cozy home in Connecticut, where he often spends quiet moments observing birds, deer, and other animals in their natural habitat. His love for animals extends beyond just admiration. He actively supports animal rights and promotes the importance of adoption. Walken believes every animal deserves a caring home, and often speaks about the joy and fulfillment that comes from rescuing and caring for pets. His connection to animals is especially strong when it comes to cats, which he considers to be members of his family. He treats his own cats with the same affection and respect, never seeing them as just pets, but as beloved companions. His devotion highlights a gentle and compassionate side of him that many may not see on screen, revealing that beneath his iconic roles lies a heart deeply rooted in kindness toward animals. His consistent advocacy and love for his feline friends show a genuine commitment to the well-being of creatures who share this world with us. Walken's quiet support for wildlife and animal adoption continues to inspire those around him, demonstrating that his compassion extends well beyond his acting career. Despite his many roles as a tough and intimidating character on the big screen, Christopher Walken holds a very different view when it comes to guns and hunting. He is outspoken in his opposition to firearms and strongly disapproves of sport hunting. Unlike the characters he often plays, who wield guns effortlessly, Walken refuses to handle real firearms at all. He sees the widespread hunting culture as barbaric and unnecessary, believing that killing animals for sport is wrong. Instead of participating in or supporting hunting activities, he chooses to channel his compassion through small acts of kindness. He has a unique way of caring for wildlife in his own backyard, using a makeshift hunting trade to feed possums and raccoons. This act symbolizes his belief in protecting animals and respecting their lives, rather than taking them for sport or entertainment. His stance on guns and hunting reflects a deep commitment to compassion and animal welfare, contrasting sharply with the tough guy image he often portrays in movies. Walken's actions show that he prefers gentle, humane ways of interacting with other living beings, emphasizing kindness over violence. His opposition is a quiet but powerful statement against the culture of hunting and gun violence, highlighting his personal values and his refusal to participate in harmful practices. Walken's attitude resonates with many who see the importance of respecting animals and choosing non-violent ways to express compassion. His stance is a reminder that true strength can also be shown through kindness and respect for life, and not through wielding weapons or engaging in violence. It's a reflection of his personal beliefs and a testament to his character beyond his roles on screen. Growing up in Astoria, Queens, Christopher Walken's roots run deep within the neighborhood where he spent his early years. Despite traveling to different parts of the world for his career and exploring the larger stages of Hollywood, his heart stays firmly tied to the lively streets and vibrant culture of Astoria. This neighborhood, with its diverse community and bustling television scene, helped shape his personality and his perspective on life. Walken often reflects on his upbringing there and fondly remembers the days spent soaking in the sights, sounds, and energy of New York City. The television culture of the city played a significant role in inspiring his career and fueling his passion for acting. To Walken, Astoria is more than just a place. It is a core part of who he is, representing his childhood, his family, and his identity. His late mother's influence and presence make the connection even more special, as she shared in his nostalgia and pride for their hometown. For Walken, Astoria streets and memories serve as a constant reminder of his beginnings, shaping his values and grounding him no matter how far he travels. The neighborhood remains a cherished part of his story, symbolizing his roots and the dreams that started there. His love for Astoria is sincere, and it continues to reflect in his life and work, making it a vital, ongoing chapter in his journey. Since he has a busy schedule as an actor, Walken still finds time to be a skilled cook. He turns to the kitchen for comfort and relaxation, creating a variety of dishes that reflect his diverse tastes. His culinary skills are well developed, and he enjoys preparing foods from different parts of the world, including Mexican and Thai cuisine. These choices show his openness to flavors and cultures, which he likely developed early in life. Walken's love for cooking comes from his upbringing in a family of German bakers. Growing up, he often helped in the bakery, where he learned the importance of baking and making sweet treats. These early memories are filled with the smell of freshly baked bread and pastries, shaping his appreciation for good food. In addition to baked goods, his childhood also included hearty peasant foods, which were common in his immigrant family. These simple but flavorful dishes created a balanced culinary background, one rooted in tradition and family. Walking into his kitchen, it's clear that his skills are more than a hobby. They are a reflection of his history. Blending memories of the bakery with his love for preparing robust, satisfying meals. His approach to cooking demonstrates a genuine passion for food, one that provides him with joy and a sense of home, even amid his demanding career. Every dish he makes is a small piece of his past, carefully prepared and enjoyed in the present. Although Walken enjoys cooking, he has declined offers to star in scripted cooking shows. He prefers a more spontaneous approach to food, valuing the natural flow and genuine experience over a rehearsed routine. His humorous demeanor often comes through in his interactions, revealing a playful side that doesn't always fit into traditional television formats. Walken finds more joy in improvisation and authentic moments, which is why he chooses to avoid the structured nature of most cooking shows. Despite declining these offers, he has still found ways to combine his love for acting and cooking in more relaxed settings. One notable instance is a short film where he collaborated with Richard Belzer, showcasing his talents on camera while sharing his passion for food. This collaboration highlighted both his humor and his appreciation for spontaneous storytelling, revealing a human side that resonates beyond the usual scripted performances. Walken's approach to food and entertainment reflects his desire for genuine experiences over polished performances, making his public appearances more personal and memorable. His refusal to participate in traditional cooking shows demonstrates his belief that the best moments come from natural interaction rather than scripted entertainment. Overall, his love of cooking remains a private joy, expressed more freely in unscripted moments that emphasize authenticity and humor. Walken's unique style continues to attract admiration, as fans appreciate his honest and playful attitude toward both acting and food. Despite his love for food and the many culinary indulgences he enjoys, Walken stays mindful of his weight, especially when he is working on a film set. He recognizes that on-set buffets and long hours of sitting can make it difficult to stay in shape. To prevent gaining too much weight, he has developed a habit of eating just one meal a day. This approach helps him control his calorie intake and maintain a fit appearance. Walken believes that staying conscious of his weight is important for his health and performance, so he makes deliberate choices despite the temptations around him. His discipline shows that even with a love for good food, it is possible to find a balance that keeps him healthy and active. He understands the importance of managing his lifestyle, especially during filming, when the routine can become sedentary and the opportunities for overindulgence are greater. Even with his busy schedule, he remains committed to his goal of keeping his weight under control, showing that moderation and awareness can go hand in hand with enjoying life's pleasures. Walken's approach to fitness and diet highlights the significance of mindful eating and physical activity, inspiring others who might struggle with balancing their love for food and their health. His dedication is a reminder that maintaining a healthy lifestyle is a conscious choice, no matter the circumstances. Although Christopher Walken is a well-known actor with a long and successful career, he has little presence on social media. His absence from these platforms has led to confusion and issues, including imposters creating fake accounts claiming to be him. One such fake Twitter account gained a large following, but it was eventually suspended after it was recognized as not genuine. Despite this, Walken himself has chosen not to become involved in modern digital communication or social media. He prefers to live a simpler life, staying away from cell phones, computers, and other digital devices. While he understands the film industry's dependence on technology and acknowledges its importance, he remains committed to traditional ways of communication. Walken values face-to-face conversations, phone calls, and other direct methods over instant messaging or social media posts. His stance highlights a desire to maintain a more personal and straightforward approach to life, resisting the pressures of digital connectivity that many younger people now find essential. By avoiding these tools, he keeps his privacy intact and stays true to his own way of living. His choice to stay disconnected from social media reminds fans and the public that not everyone needs to be online all the time, and that a simple lifestyle can still be fulfilling. Throughout his career, Walken has shown that an actor's talent and authenticity can shine regardless of their online presence, and his approach to life reflects a conscious decision to stay grounded and true to his personal values. While many actors have come and gone over the years, Christopher Walken remains a figure who embodies a rare mix of old-world charm and contemporary style. His distinctive voice, fascinating mannerisms, and powerful screen presence have made him stand out as a true icon. Despite his long and successful career, Walken has not stepped back from acting, and he shows no signs of retiring soon. He once humorously said that people don't really retire from acting, only that acting will retire them, emphasizing how deeply he loves performing. For someone who has spent a lifetime on stage and screen, the idea of leaving it all behind is almost impossible to imagine. His career spans many decades, and his versatility has allowed him to take on a wide range of roles, from intense villains to quirky characters, always bringing his unique style and gravitas. Walken's ability to blend a sense of timeless elegance with a modern edge is what keeps him relevant today. Even as the years go by, and new actors rise to fame, his presence continues to feel vital and fresh. His career isn't just about the roles he's played, but also about his persona, which combines a kind of old-fashioned charisma with a contemporary, unpredictable twist. This blend makes him a true timeless icon who remains active and passionate about his craft, showing that for important artists like him, the love of performing never truly fades. From the moment Christopher Walken stepped onto the stage and screen, he has remained dedicated to his craft, showing little interest in stepping away from acting into typical retirement activities like travel or sports. Instead, he draws inspiration from legendary actor John Gielgud, who worked tirelessly until the very end of his life, and Walken seems to share that same passion for his vocation. Despite his age, Walken continues to pursue roles and projects with the same intensity and curiosity that marked his early days. His life outside of acting might appear ordinary to some, but it is as fascinating as any story he has portrayed on screen. Every role he takes on, every performance he delivers, adds another layer to his complex and enigmatic personality. His career is filled with a wide range of characters and memorable moments, making his life a kind of living script, full of unexpected twists and compelling narratives. Whatever the future holds for him, it is clear that Christopher Walken's extraordinary life will keep captivating audiences and inspiring fellow actors. His refusal to retreat or slow down demonstrates a true dedication to artistry and an unyielding love for the craft that keeps him engaged long past the usual retirement age. Walken's journey proves that passion can keep a person alive and relevant even as time passes, and that sometimes the most compelling stories are the ones we continue to live out every